Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is January 5th, 2025. Howard, Happy New Year.
This is our first show of the new year.
First show of the new year, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Has anything already surprised you in the new year?
No, I just surprised at the outperformance of Butthole this week in my meme coin account. I swapped out
I-
some fart coin
Is
for some butt
oh
coin.
my God. Is this AI
I mean, you
generated?
should be all over this because it's fun. Like, you're a fun guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Rachel has a spot.dog account. So
yeah, I've been following that deck screener, seeing the crazy moves within 24 hours on, but
yeah,
literally 100% of those are like rug pulls within a day. I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
rare.
yeah. No. But what people don't get is this is just a new game that everybody globally can play. So it's like everybody is the CEO of their own SPAC. And how is it different? It's just another, but it's going to go on and on and on because it's going to get smarter. They're going to buid real companies out of some of these. So you have to just play the game.
Maybe it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, of course, it's
So
going to
far,
happen.
so far it's just pure
What are you
speculation, not
talking about?
completely.
Dogecoin's 40 cents, like 10 years later.
Yeah, yeah,
That's billions and billions.
yeah. You're
Fartcoin's
right.
and a
They're
half.
just
You're ripping on the Fartcoin.
very rare exceptions. For the most part, they're trash. Um,
So beyond the S&P 500, most companies are trash. Most public companies.
maybe,
No,
maybe,
you know what I mean. Like Fartcoin's bigger than two. Fartcoin, what is it right now? Fartcoin's got a bigger market cap than 2,000 of the Russell 3000.
that's
So what's the
crazy.
point of doing business? It's really funny, Ivan. Like, I mean, I can't explain it, but it's also not going away. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, Filecoin is one of those
that's what I'm saying.
rare,
But it could be the new Apple.
rare instances, but anything is possible in this world.
Yeah. All right.
Um, I mean, so far, what we're seeing is that the indices are a bit struggling, looking for direction. But what we saw on Friday is that many of the momentum stocks had a very big Friday. Um, what was it, like January 3rd? And they're leading. Momentum stocks are leading, and typically when they lead, the indices tend to follow in that direction.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bounce in the indices, but who knows? We'll see. Like in the past few weeks, we saw an increase in distribution days, but as I said, just looking purely at momentum stocks,
Hmm.
I mean, we saw crazy moves on Friday. I mean, and if, like Nvidia finally broke out above the 50-day moving average, and it seems
Yeah,
to be,
I've stayed with this. Like, it's just,
heading
it's
for
just,
for
it's
all-time
just,
high test.
it's kind of like Boeing meets, it's just the deliver, their inventory is so bought, right? Like the demand for the product.
Yeah,
It's
definitely. I mean, it continues to be a main player and a main leader. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up another 20-30% this year.
Yeah, and
Tesla,
remember, like what's different than 1999 is their customers have so much cash, right? So it's not like, the orders theoretically, it's going to catch up to law of large numbers, but it's not like Cisco where 90% of their customers can't pay, right? So the VCs are funding this, and the balance sheets are funding this. Microsoft's going to what, do 80 billion in data centers. What's going to be the chips that power all that? NVIDIA,
yeah.
right? So they've got like 10-year out vid like it's we've never seen anything like this, right? So it's like these things are like their own government and
I
they're
mean, each
better.
each
They're,
FANG company is its own index. That is how big they are.
hmm.
Tesla, as expected, they missed their Q4 delivery number. The market was kind of expecting that, so they pulled back to their volume weighted average price
But if you go to the monthly, it looks beautiful, right? It's
since the
held up at
election,
400.
where it bounced. Pretty significant bounce on Friday.
Yeah, if you go to the monthly, it's you can't ask for a better how long was that base? Like 5 years? Um, 4 or 5 years after digesting, 20 bagger, and the next trend is again forgetting valuation in an era of Fartcoin. Do you want to, if you want to own the breakout in Butthole, or do you want to own the breakout in Tesla? Like,
I
or do you want
mean,
to own the breakout, or do you want to own the breakout in like aviation, like these little stocks like ACHR, right? Which is like a bet on drones and
yeah,
aviation,
yeah,
right? Like,
definitely.
so it's like you've got something for everybody in this market, and yet, you know, there's pretty high level of bearishness. So again, and then I look at it at my friend's SPAC, JOBY, Mark Pinkett's SPAC, which was kind of in the aviation, electric flight, right? Like go
Yeah,
look at
air
that. That's
taxis. Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
like basically back to SPAC prices. Where are they going to earn money? No. So again, like so it depends. You have anything, any kind of speculation you want to do right now is possible. You want to speculate on drones, space, robots, healthcare,
yeah.
fake
Quantum
memes,
computing. Yeah,
memes, crypto. There's something for everybody. And so I can't explain it, um, but I'm not going to fight it. Like
yeah,
you just have to keep your head about you, and I don't know what to be bearish about other than it's going to end someday. But that's about the only thing I can be bearish
yeah. I mean,
about.
the market is still giddy, and this environment can continue, for weeks and for months.
Yeah. What looks
And
bad? What out there looks bad? I mean, I guess rates, but like the big companies, the big companies that helps rates being higher.
I
I
don't know
mean,
what I honestly I don't know what looks bad.
well,
Uh,
rates, like I mean, the 10
Other
year.
than the rates, trying to break out. Obviously, the US dollar being super strong.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the market's trying to price in that the dollar may fail here. I was talking to JC about it. It's like,
it's possible, but you never know. It's been super strong
yeah.
so far. And as I said, way quite a few industries are just working and are
No, but I'm
bouncing.
saying the dollar keeps strengthening like this, it's got to hurt business,
Yeah,
So,
it hurts many companies that are
yeah.
trying to sell abroad.
Yep. Yep.
And one of the big themes for the beginning of the year was again
Yep.
energy. All the
Yep.
companies, all the utilities that have to supply the power, the energy needed to power AI data centers.
Yep.
So even the US government is entering the game. They
Yeah.
had a big contract with
US is
Constellation.
US is acting like Argentina right now, right? It's like US tech in financial optimism is like with Trump is like the guy that came in to win in Argentina. So it's like go look at what happened in Argentina when they thought about democracy and
Yeah. And by the way, Argentina is also breaking out with the beginning of the
is it?
new
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Super strong. It's mostly financial stocks, but
Yeah.
they're just outperforming. So really anything high momentum. Typically, when the new year starts, you see high momentum stocks
Squeeze stocks get go up, but now
underperform,
it's
and you see
yeah,
beaten down names rally. But no, you're not seeing that. You're seeing the opposite. Momentum stocks are continuing to rally, which kind of reminds of early 2021 when after a strong 2020 we had a 2 months of crazy bullishness and price action in 2021 before um, many of the high momentum names just got slashed by two-thirds later.
yeah,
So we'll see what happened, but definitely way too many sectors, way too many high momentum stocks are working right now, all of a sudden since Friday.
yeah,
And as I mentioned, you have CEG, which they have a bunch of nuclear facilities. You have VST, which they own a bunch of natural gas facilities. These are the two main players really that are powering the AI data centers, and they're
Oh,
Same.
okay. So you've got to keep those on your Constellation Energy and Vista should be on people's
Yeah, or just
list.
own a little bit of them.
Yeah.
Um, and because they're powering it, and AI needs energy, needs power. So those two really. Um, and you mentioned, the air taxis, the quantum
How's it?
computing. People
How's
have been,
that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, people have been saying, oh, quantum computing. Most of the quantum computing names are going to get slashed by 90%.
Jeez.
But they just continue to defy gravity and go up. I'm not saying chase them here, but if you've been early trying to short them, you didn't make any money,
No,
basically.
no. A lot of, yeah. I obviously, there's no good entries here. So it's like, it's
I
the only
mean,
going against these
unless you're
small
playing
caps. Like,
those
there
pull
looks like
back.
better entries in the mega caps than they look like in the small caps.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Google is here setting up
Looks
near its
great.
rising 20-day.
Looks great.
Tesla last week offered a good entry at the VWAP
Yeah.
since the election. Nvidia broke out.
Yeah.
All the crypto names also bounced. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep. Solana looks good.
so there is a lot that is working
Yeah.
in the momentum space, and why fight it? Why fight it? Just find a way to participate in it with a stop. And if your stop gets hit, just take a small loss and move on.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure things will change, but yeah, for this week, try and enjoy what I don't see any storm.
I mean,
Again,
there's a
what's
snowstorm.
going to bring this market is something we don't see. This is not, is this either has something to do with the dollar or rates,
And
right?
well, okay, well, one of the sectors that is not, maybe China, it's been basically gave up its move from back in September and it cannot bounce
Yeah.
the Chinese stocks as the
Well,
market
remember, a
expects.
lot of that's based on the yuan and the US dollar too. The yuan's just getting
Yeah, as the market
decimated.
expects tariffs.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So like I said, like that trade reverses. Anyways, again, I'm not playing like again. There's not great entries in these like extended silly stocks, but there's a potential rotation into the Mag 7 here that looks good. How does Amazon look?
Amazon seems stuck in a range right now. Obviously, still in an uptrend, but
Yeah,
it needs more time here to
yeah,
digest that move uh, from November, December. So probably going sideways in a range for the next few weeks, I'd say, until earnings.
yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great week. Ivan, have a great week.
All right, Howard. See you next week.
Sure.